Mamata downplays OP Sindoor in Bengal, Abhishek praises it abroad. TMCs divide rule strategy. Even as India is reveling in the success of Operation Sindoor against Pakistan, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee downplayed it in a press briefing in Kolkata held after PM Narendra Modi's address in North Bengal on Thursday. It was not a war, but a small skirmish, she said, to the surprise of many. At a time when her party Trinamool Congress General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee is travelling abroad as part of India's official delegation to spread the word on Operation Sindoor on a global platform, the TMC, like some other opposition parties, was expected to align with the national sentiment. However, Banerjee dismissed the military operation, questioning its name, launching personal attacks on the PM, and accusing him of indulging in war marketing. Why do Banerjee's remarks matter? Because, unlike the Congress, the TMC has not been critical of its leaders representing India in delegations. TMC chief Banerjee picked Abhishek to be part of the delegation. Political analysts say this apparent contradiction is not about creating confusion, but a calculated move. It is a mix of electoral political needs and national posturing. It is also about Banerjee's old-school identity politics versus Abhishek's emerging ambition for a national, centrist image, they said. Here is a breakdown of the seemingly confusing statements. Nanan with assembly elections approaching in 2026, Banerjee is back in full election mode not just as a regional leader, but as a hyper-local tactician. The process was accelerated after PM Modi's visit and address in North Bengal, invoking nationalism through Operation Sindoor. Banerjee still remembers the aftermath of the Balakot strike in 2019. Her party lost 18 Lok Sabha seats, and the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP became a formidable opposition. However, since then, things have changed on political and organizational level. The TMC has regained lost ground in some regions. But a seasoned politician like Banerjee does not want to take chances. Her calculated dismissal of Operation Sindoor is not anti-national, it is pro-survival. The TMC has been losing political capital since 2019, and with the BJP making aggressive inroads in border districts and SC/ST belts, she needs to keep her core Muslim base consolidated. Her rhetoric is crafted for local consumption, not for national applause. I am glad to see all-party delegation visiting various countries as part of India's global outreach against terrorism. As I have consistently maintained, the AITC stands firmly behind any step the Union takes in the national interest and in defense of our sovereignty. I urge the pic.twitter.com/07LMLT0VC Mamata Banerjee Mamata official May 23, 2025 Mamata Banerjee knows Bengal politics better than anyone else. She understands that she needs to dilute the impact of Operation Sindoor. She cannot allow Modi to dominate the narrative on nationalism and influence voters in her stronghold, said senior political analyst and author Professor Biswanath Chakraborty. In India, foreign policy and domestic electoral politics have always operated on different planes. In Bengal, even if Modi highlights Operation Sindoor and backs the BJP with funds and visibility, the party unit here still lacks the organizational depth and logistical capacity to take on the Trinamool, which remains deeply rooted across the state. So Mamata Banerjee has to concentrate on their weakness, he added. Nanan Banerjee's 2026 Assembly poll campaign will rely heavily on consolidated Muslim support, as it always has. In 2021, this demographic helped her achieve an epic comeback. But politics is a rapidly changing world. With the rise of AIMI-style parties and the BJP's targeted Hindu vote bank strategy, Banerjee knows that even a 5 dent in the Muslim vote and a minuscule swing in Hindu votes could be disastrous for her party. Hence, her statements are carefully crafted criticizing the Sindoor nomenclature. A Hindu symbol was not accidental. It was seemingly a subtle signal to reassure her minority base that she is not endorsing a Hindu Rashtra narrative. I might differ with the ruling dispensation or the political party, I will fight with them tooth and nail. But when it comes to the national security of my country, I will stand firmly and serve towards what is in the best interest of my nation. I will not let my political pic.twitter.com 1ZWQTTWGWL All India Trinamool Congress AIT official May 28, 2025 WHILE Abhishek travels abroad to burnish India's image using Operation Sindoor. At home, Banerjee deconstructs it. It is not a contradiction, it is a choreographed strategy, say experts. Swipe left for next video. I don't think there is any serious internal conflict within Trinamool Congress. Mamata and Abhishek are working in sync, managing both national and regional compulsions. The party is focused on strengthening its organization. By July, they are planning a full-scale outreach across the state. Compared to 2019, they are better organized now. They have brought in professionals to manage social media, development messaging, and grassroots coordination without relying solely on the Chief Minister's office. In contrast, the BJP still struggles with ground-level presence and real public engagement in Bengal. That gap is widening, said Maidul Islam, professor of political science at the Center for Studies in Social Sciences, Calcutta CSSSC. When someone is part of the official delegation to talk about the country's army operation, they naturally have to praise the operation despite being members of the opposition. However, on the home front, questions are being raised about the alleged US intervention. Meanwhile, Pakistan has also made certain moves in response. so, there is also pressure for parliamentary discussion and deliberation on the matter. Within a year or less, these issues will require official clarification both in terms of policy and public communication. Mamata Banerjee is paving that path, he added. Latest blogs.